The adventurers arrive in Cobbledale, on a ship. Eloise, the 11-year-old halfling, picks out Rufa with his fancy clothes and expensive baggage as an easy mark. She makes an attempt to pilfer a few items from a bag she accidentally drops. Rufa's keen eyes notice her, and instead of a scolding, Rufa begins to help Eloise with a sudden wardrobe upgrade. Matthias Fregost, clad in a dark cloak, slips past the unlikely pair, but not without causing a little mischief, tipping over one of Rufa's bags on the way out. Asking a local, he heads to the 6 gold coins to begin his search. Meanwhile, the gnome druid Woodwart consoles his badger companion Mush over the frightening journey they had, promising him dry land in town. Knowing food will help, they head into Cobbledale and notice a celebration is taking place. Vigil of Forgiveness Day. Excited and ready for a bit of nourishment, they make their way for a food stall that sells pastries. All the while, Chonibus, a noble elf, takes in her surroundings and finds them lacking. She starts into town and finds the 6 gold coins for lodging. Having no available rooms, her day worsens when she is aggressively approached by a half-elf named Larian Voss, who is a captain of the Ulfgard Company, a mercenary team Chonibus used to run with. He becomes enraged when he discovers she no longer has the ship she stole from him, and it now lies at the bottom of the ocean. He hands her a bit of money for lodging and charges her with getting him a new boat, which she says she'll have by the end of day tomorrow. Finally, the last adventurer left on the boat is Ilona, a half-elf cleric all alone in a new, wide world. In her curiosity, she follows Chonibus into town, but gets distracted by the festivities. Right away, she notices a statue of her goddess Aphra, and after a charming interaction with the shopkeeper, she kneels in front of the statue to ask for guidance. Aphra brings a cloaked man on his knees praying to her attention. The Akkadian man named Merrill is trying to find forgiveness for his atrocities he and his people committed. He asks Ilona for forgiveness for what he did in Or, the country she is from. As Ilona professes the only forgiveness he needs is within himself, Merrill thanks her and disappears into the crowd. Rufa and Eloise finally make it into town and set off to find sweets. Rufa is hell-bent on giving Eloise nice things, and Eloise is eating them up, literally. Meanwhile, Matthias starts asking around town for a middle-aged human woman with shoulder-length blonde hair and white robes. Chonibus overhears him and asks for information at the 6 gold coins. Watches him bribe the front desk. Following suit, she bribes the front desk to keep an eye out for her old colleague Larian. In Business Alley, Woodwart and Mush acquire pastries through a trade for mushrooms. Looking for a patch of grass to rest on, he notices Rufa and Eloise making their way through the crowd. He helps Eloise with Rufa's bags as they make introductions. A man laughs nearby at the group and introduces himself as a businessman from Tsuku named Isawo. He invites the group into his home for tea. Once inside, Eloise notices a door with a familiar occult symbol on it. When she asks Isawo what is behind the door, he confides in Eloise that his business partner is a god. Meanwhile, Matthias, back at the 6 gold coins, interrogates the cook about the woman he's looking for. He recalls her, but she went deeper into the country of Edelfon, and it'll be difficult to track her from here on out. At the town hall, he continues his search for the woman when a mysterious man in a cloak catches his attention, and he follows him back to the docks. He's intercepted by Chonibus on the way, who mentions she noticed him looking for someone, and she'll help if he can help provide a ship. They strike a deal after Chonibus finds out he is looking for his mother Lydia. They settle on the cloaked figure's ship, but he all too quickly sails away from shore. As the ship slips away, the sky goes dark, and suddenly giant spears start raining down from the sky. A legion of goblins and orcs emerge from the surrounding forests and start attacking Cobbledale with fire and brimstone. While all this is happening, we didn't notice Ilona follow Chonibus to the docks. So now the 3 adventurers find themselves secluded in battle as 3 bloodthirsty orcs approach from the city. Back at Isawo's house, he remarks that he wasn't expecting an attack until a little later. With destruction outside, Rufa, Eloise, Woodwart, and Mush rush from the house to protect the citizens of Cobbledale. In mid-battle, Eloise takes damage, and Ilona takes a massive hit. As another volley of spears falls down on the city, seemingly to end Ilona, Merrill, our Akkadian hero, from before jumps in front of her screaming, "Though you may do ill, you will be forgiven." And that is where we end the first chapter of Edge of Legend.